Why you may need more than magnesium glycinate. Have you ever found yourself in this situation, taking magnesium glycinate faithfully every single night, hoping for deeper sleep, yet waking up the next morning feeling drained, your mind heavy, your memory slipping, and your heart racing out of rhythm? This is not just your story. Millions of seniors over 60 believe glycinate is their one and only savior, while in reality, it has left them struggling with silent pains every single day. The troubling truth is, this glycinate does help, but it's like trying to balance on a one-legged stool. It simply cannot support all the complex changes of an aging body. After 60, your digestion slows down, your memory begins to falter, your sleep grows restless, your blood pressure becomes unpredictable, and your energy declines sharply. Relying on just one form of magnesium means trapping yourself in a vicious cycle of insomnia, fatigue, anxiety, constipation, and cardiovascular risks. And the greatest fear for many seniors isn't only illness itself, but losing independence and feeling like a burden to their family. That's why today I want to walk with you and reveal the truth. After 60, your body needs more than just magnesium glycinate. There are 6 different forms of magnesium, each acting as a unique key for your brain, your heart, your energy, your digestion, and your sleep. And when combined correctly, they can help you regain clarity, stabilize your heartbeat, restore restful sleep, and bring back the joy of living healthy every day. Tell me, have you ever felt disappointed that supplements didn't change your body the way you hoped? Type yes if you've been there, or no if you've been lucky so far. And don't forget to subscribe, because this is where we find real solutions together, so your senior years aren't filled with worry, but with health, freedom, and joy. Have you ever felt that heavy weight in your belly, as if everything in your body slows down with age? Sitting there, day after day, waiting for relief that never comes easily. Constipation isn't just discomfort. It steals your energy, dampens your mood, and makes you feel trapped in your own body. Most people think constipation is simply part of getting older. But what if it isn't? What if the real issue isn't age at all, but your body crying out for a form of magnesium you've been missing all along? Magnesium citrate is different. Unlike glycinate, which mainly calms the nerves, citrate pairs with citric acid and works like a gentle key for digestion. It pulls water into the intestines, softening what feels stuck, helping your body move naturally again. And the relief isn't only physical, it's emotional. Many seniors who use magnesium citrate say, "I finally feel lighter, like a weight has been lifted off me." Picture 2 neighbors at the senior center. One spends every morning struggling, embarrassed to go out in case of discomfort. The other takes a small, safe dose of magnesium citrate and suddenly feels free to walk, garden, even meet friends without worry. That difference isn't luck. It's knowing which form of magnesium truly meets your body's needs. Science supports this. Research in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition shows that seniors with higher magnesium intake enjoy smoother, more regular bowel movements. Doctors even use citrate in hospitals before colonoscopies because it clears the system gently and reliably. If you want to try citrate, start small. About 100 to 150 milligauss of elemental magnesium daily is often enough for seniors to notice a change. Many supplements list 150 to 200 milligauss per serving, usually divided into 2 capsules. Take one in the evening with water and see how your body responds before adding more. And remember, if you often have loose stools or a sensitive digestive system, citrate may not be the right choice for you. The worst part of constipation isn't just the discomfort. It quietly erodes your life, making you tired, anxious, and even less interested in spending time with the people you love. Day after day, it chips away at your independence. And yet, with one simple change, you could win that freedom back. But remember, digestion is only one piece of the health puzzle. What if the constant fatigue you feel every afternoon has nothing to do with your gut, but with how your cells create energy? That's where the next form of magnesium comes in. And it might be the very spark your body has been longing for. Have you ever wondered why fatigue clings to you, no matter how much you rest? You wake up hoping that last night's sleep will refresh your body, yet by midday you already feel drained, your muscles ache, and even simple tasks seem overwhelming. This isn't just old age. It's a warning that your cells are struggling to produce energy. What if the real problem isn't your sleep or your diet, but the tiny power plants inside your cells, the mitochondria? And what if there were a specific form of magnesium that could reignite those power plants? That's where magnesium malate comes in. Unlike glycinate or citrate, malate is paired with malic acid, the same compound found in apples, that feeds directly into your body's energy cycle. Think of it as handing your mitochondria the missing fuel they desperately need. For seniors who feel exhausted halfway through the day or who struggle with persistent muscle aches, magnesium malate can quietly change the game. I remember a retired teacher, 72 years old, who told me she always had to stop halfway through gardening because her legs gave out so quickly. She thought it was just part of aging. But after adding magnesium malate, she said, "Now I can spend the whole afternoon in the garden without collapsing into a chair." That isn't a miracle, it's science. By supporting the Krebs cycle, malate helps the body convert food into ATP, the energy currency that powers every movement, thought, and heartbeat. Research confirms this. Clinical studies show magnesium malate improves stamina and reduces muscle pain in people dealing with fatigue. For seniors, the impact can be life-changing, lifting the fog of tiredness and restoring the strength to enjoy what they love. If you want to try magnesium malate, here's how to use it safely. Many supplements contain 200 to 2,000 mg of magnesium malate, delivering about 120 to 200 mL of elemental magnesium. Divide this into 2 or 3 doses throughout the day, morning and afternoon. Often work best so your body has steady fuel when it needs it most. Always stay within the safe daily limit, 400 mg for men and 300 mg for women, counting all sources of magnesium from food and supplements. But let's be honest. The greatest pain of fatigue isn't just physical weakness. It's the quiet fear that you'll lose the freedom to do the things that make life meaningful, cooking your own meals, walking with your partner, or playing with your grandchildren. Day by day, that fear erodes your independence. And yet, something as simple as choosing the right form of magnesium can begin to restore both strength and confidence. Here's what matters most. Magnesium malate may reignite your energy, but it isn't the only form your body might be missing. Because what if the very heart that keeps you alive each second is quietly calling for help? In the next section, we'll explore a form of magnesium that doesn't just calm your nerves. It works hand in hand with your heart to keep it beating strong and steady. Have you noticed your memory isn't what it used to be? Familiar names suddenly slip away. Conversations vanish just moments after they happen. Or you wake up in the morning with a heavy mind, unable to focus. This isn't just ordinary forgetfulness of aging. It's a sign that your brain is missing a very specific kind of support. Most people believe that taking magnesium glycinate is enough. But the truth is, glycinate cannot cross the blood-brain barrier effectively. And if magnesium never reaches the brain, it cannot protect your memory, clarity, or ability to think. So, what's the solution? Magnesium threonate is one of the rare keys that can pass through the blood-brain barrier, delivering magnesium directly to your brain cells. A famous study from MIT and Tsinghua University proved that magnesium threonate not only raised brain magnesium levels, but also improved the connections between neurons, the very wiring that keeps memory sharp and thought clear. In experiments, older mice given this form learned faster and remembered longer. Early clinical trials in older adults are already showing promising results. Imagine two friends at age 70. One constantly fumbles, misplaces keys, forgets appointments. The other, after supplementing with magnesium threonate, feels mentally clear, speaks with confidence, and notices a real improvement in memory. That difference isn't luck. It's choosing the right form of magnesium for the brain. Using it, however, requires care. Most magnesium threonate supplements list around 2,000 milligrams per serving, but only about 140 milliliters of that is actual elemental magnesium, a safe amount. The best approach is to split it into 2 doses, one in the morning and one in the evening, with the evening dose also supporting restful sleep. And always remember, your total daily magnesium intake from all sources should not exceed 400 milligrams for men and 300 milligrams for women, unless directed by your doctor. The greatest pain of memory decline isn't simply forgetting. It's the feeling of losing yourself, not being the person you once were, not being confident in conversations, not being able to live independently. But here's the good news. The brain can be nourished, supported, and magnesium threonate is one of the rare tools that can help you reclaim mental clarity. Still, memory isn't the whole story. Because if your heart is silently skipping beats, if your blood pressure swings unpredictably, how long can that clarity truly last? In the next section, we'll turn to another special form of magnesium, the one that works hand in hand with your heart. If you're still watching and finding this information helpful, type 1 in the comments to let me know you're here with me. Your engagement is the motivation that keeps us going deeper together. Have you ever worried when your heart suddenly raced, your blood pressure spiked, or even a gentle walk left you out of breath? For many people after 60, the heart becomes their biggest concern. And even scarier, many believe that magnesium glycinate alone is enough to keep their heartbeat steady. But the truth is very different. Magnesium taurate is a unique combination of magnesium and taurine, an amino acid that plays a critical role in cardiovascular health. It's a form of magnesium that's not widely known, yet it has the ability to protect the heart, stabilize blood pressure, and reduce strain on the circulatory system. Think of magnesium taurate as a team of 2. Magnesium relaxes the blood vessels, while taurine regulates calcium signaling inside heart cells, keeping the rhythm steady and strong. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Hypertension showed that taurine could significantly lower both systolic and diastolic blood pressure in people with prehypertension. Another study in cardiovascular drugs and therapy found that magnesium combined with taurine improved vascular function and reduced stress on the heart. These aren't just numbers in a research paper. They represent real relief for thousands of seniors who once lived in constant fear of irregular heartbeats and who now enjoy peace of mind again. Picture this, a 65-year-old man who used to feel his heart pounding every night as he lay down, fearing whether he would wake up the next morning. After a few months of taking magnesium taurate, he said, "For the first time in years, I can sleep peacefully without pressing my hand against my chest to check my heartbeat." That's the kind of difference only someone who has lived through heart anxiety can truly understand. When it comes to dosage, Most magnesium taurate supplements provide around 1/500 millisieverts of the compound, delivering 130 to 150 milligauss of elemental magnesium. It's best divided into 2 to 3 capsules a day, allowing your body to absorb it steadily while keeping within safe limits 400 milligrams per day for men and 300 milligrams for women. The greatest pain of heart problems isn't just the breathlessness or fatigue. It's the silent fear that one day your heart could stop without warning, leaving your family and your dreams unfinished. But here's the good news. The heart can be protected, and magnesium taurate is a natural, safe option that can help you extend your life and preserve freedom in every heartbeat. Still, even when your heart is stable, what happens if your energy keeps collapsing? Your muscles give out, and your body no longer has the strength to enjoy life. In the next section, we'll uncover another form of magnesium, the one that fuels your energy and stamina. Are you taking magnesium glycinate every night, hoping for deeper sleep, less anxiety, and relaxed muscles? For many people over 60, this is the most familiar form of magnesium, often seen as the savior of sleep. But have you ever wondered why, even after taking it faithfully, you still wake up in the middle of the night, feel exhausted in the morning, and carry a heavy mind throughout the day? The truth is, magnesium glycinate really is one of the most gentle and easily absorbed forms for the stomach. It helps activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the part of your body responsible for rest and relaxation. For those who toss and turn or live with constant tension, glycinate can calm the mind, steady the heartbeat, and support deeper, more restful sleep. Picture this: a 68-year-old woman who for years lay in bed twisting and turning, sometimes even getting up to take sleeping pills. After using magnesium glycinate regularly, she said, "For the first time, I slept straight through the night without needing medication." That story isn't rare, and it's exactly why glycinate has become a top choice for seniors struggling with sleep. However, there's a flip side that often goes unnoticed. Glycinate only supports sleep and relaxation. It doesn't address the other challenges of aging. It cannot fully protect memory, stabilize blood pressure, boost energy, or improve digestion. That's why millions of people still feel weary and anxious even while taking glycinate every night. As for dosage, most magnesium glycinate supplements provide about 100–200 milligauss of elemental magnesium per serving. For older adults, it's best divided into 1 or 2 doses, usually in the evening before bed, to maximize its calming effects. Don't forget to count your total magnesium intake from all sources to stay within the recommended limits. 400 milligrams per day for men and 300 milligrams per day for women. The greatest pain of poor sleep isn't just tiredness. It's the mental drain, the feeling of losing control over your own life, and the fear that one day you'll depend entirely on medication. But the good news is, when used properly, magnesium glycinate can be the first step toward restoring peace of mind, comfort, and the restful nights you've been longing for. Still, sleep is only one part of health, because if your brain isn't nourished correctly, memory will keep fading and clarity will slip away. And that is exactly why the next form of magnesium is far more important than you might think. After walking through each form of magnesium, from citrate for digestion, malate for energy, threonate for memory, taurate for heart health, to glycinate for sleep, you might be asking yourself, so which one should I choose? Or is there a safe way to combine them? This is the most important question, because the true value doesn't lie in a single form, but in how you use them together to support your whole body. What leaves many seniors disappointed is the habit of chasing one form after another. They hear someone praise glycinate and start taking glycinate, then switch to citrate when someone else recommends it, only to find little improvement. The problem isn't with the forms themselves, it's with the lack of balance. Your body after 60 is like an aging garden. Every plant needs care, but each one requires a different nutrient. If you only water one corner, the rest of the garden will still wither. So how do you care for that garden of aging wisely? First, identify your most urgent need. If memory is your biggest concern, threonate should be included. If your heart beats irregularly, taurate becomes a priority. If you feel constant fatigue, malate can help. If constipation is weighing you down, citrate brings relief. And if restless nights are your struggle, glycinate remains the go-to for sleep. There is no single king of all forms. The real answer lies in the right combination. Second, always start with small doses and listen to your body. Remember, the safe daily total is about 400 milligrams of elemental magnesium for men and 300 milligrams for women. Don't fall into the trap of thinking more is better. Overdosing can cause diarrhea, nausea, or even affect your heart. Begin slowly, track your response, and adjust carefully. That's the wisest approach. And finally, never forget this. Supplements are tools, not replacements. A diet rich in leafy greens, whole grains, nuts, and legumes is still essential. It's the partnership between natural nutrition and thoughtful supplementation that creates lasting results. The greatest pain of aging isn't illness itself, it's the feeling of helplessness, losing memory, losing energy, losing independence. But the good news is, you can take back some control. Choosing the right forms of magnesium, combining them wisely and safely, is one of the simplest yet most powerful steps to preserve mental clarity, a strong heart, restful sleep, and the joy of healthy living each day. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which form of magnesium are you currently taking? Have you noticed any changes since you started? Share your story in the comments because your experience might just inspire thousands of others. We've just gone through such a meaningful journey together, from citrate that eases constipation to malate that reignites energy, threonate that protects memory, taurate that steadies the heartbeat, glycinate that supports deep sleep, and finally, the wise way to combine them so the body can truly thrive. Each form of magnesium is not just a supplement, but a key that opens a different door to health in your senior years. The most important thing I want you to remember is this health after 60 is not a story of giving up, but of making wise choices. By understanding your body, choosing the right forms of magnesium, and combining them safely, you can regain clarity, a strong heart, restful nights, and the joy of living every single day. Take a moment and ask yourself, what worries you most about aging? Is it fading memory, constant fatigue, or the fear of becoming a burden to your family? Whatever your answer may be, believe this: you still have the chance to change, to take control of your health, and to live more fully each day. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Doing so not only helps us spread health knowledge to more seniors, but also ensures you never miss the important tips we have coming. And I'd love to hear from you of all the forms of magnesium we discussed today. Which one matters most to you? Share your answer in the comments because your story might just inspire thousands of others who are also searching for solutions. Remember, you deserve to live healthy, live joyful, and live fully at any age.